Hello, my name is Stephanie Giblin and I'm your child's 7th grade life science teacher at Gunston Middle School. So far this year in science class, students spent 2 weeks completing social emotional learning lessons, and then they dove into Unit 0, Experimental Design. Unit 0 was an overview of student science and engineering skills. We always start with this unit because its standards will be embedded into every other unit this year. So, for example, their mastery of science skills like planning and carrying out investigations is going to be ongoing. There have been a couple weeks now where we've been studying Unit 1, Cells. So far, students have learned about the characteristics of life. They wrote scientific arguments using claim evidence reasoning, and they explored cell theory. Next up in Unit 1, students are going to be doing a lot of work with microscopes, and then some topics also include biological levels of organization, uni and multicellular organisms, and plant and animal cell organelles. Unit 1 provides a lot of important foundational knowledge and skills for our future units such as cell processes and genetics. And in regards to summative assessment, so things that count towards the gradebook, there's been a variety since the beginning of the year, the most notable being an experimental design quiz and a coin lab investigation. This week, students took their final summative for quarter 1. They were given an organism and they had to use the characteristics of life to write a claim evidence reasoning response to prove whether it was living or non-living. All of your students' assignments can be found on Canvas. So students access their day-to-day assignments in our weekly calendar. So they just go pick their period and their daily assignments are posted there. However, if a student is absent one day and they need to go to the previous week, there's also a spot for monthly calendars, so those are archived resources. Same thing, they'll find the day, their period, and see their assignments. A list of all assignments from the beginning of the school year until now can be found under the Assignments tab. I highly recommend filtering both the Assignments tab and the Grades tab by quarter 1 and then assignment type. For example, here you'll see the grading period is set to Q1 and it's arranged by assignment group or assignment type. Doing this will sort the assignments between the summative and the formative. So any assignment with an F in front of it is formative, and those are marked complete with a check mark. If it has not been graded or submitted, there will be a blank dash, and if it needs revision or it's incomplete, there'll be an X. For the summative assessments, students have been taught how to look at their mastery levels. So anything with an S in front of it is summative, and students look at their grades by going to the rubric. So for example, the experimental design quiz, it assessed 2 learning goals, and our test student got a meets, which is the highest level on both of those learning goals. If your student does not successfully achieve meets, which is complete mastery of the topic, they're always allowed to revise and retake their assessments as many times as they need to before the quarter ends. So I'll leave you all today with some important updates. Friday, October 29th is the final day to retake and submit any summative assessments for quarter 1. Office hours are Monday through Thursday during PM1, which runs from 2:30 to 3:05. Late buses are available. So if your student ever needs help completing assignments or has content-related questions, please have them attend. If you have any additional questions or concerns, do not hesitate to reach out to me via email at stephanie.giblin@apsva.us. I look forward to working with you and your student for the remainder of the school year. Thank you.